Hi, Coach Steve of Joy and Success Coaching. Welcome to today's video. Today, I'm going to have a review of the newly released Arnold Schwarzenegger book, Be Useful: 7 Tools for Life. This just came out in 2023, I believe about a month ago in October. This was released through Penguin Press. This book has 7 tools or 7 chapters running a little over 250 pages, about 260 with a final thank you and some acknowledgments. The 7 chapters are Have a Clear Vision, where he talks about the importance of having a specific vision for what it is you want to accomplish in your life. Never Think Small, the benefits that could be found by having a very grand dream, a dream that will require you to put in some work to achieve it, which gets to the 3rd chapter, Work Your Ass Off, because you will have to put in the work in order to achieve your dream, especially if it is a big dream. I believe the 3rd chapter, Work Your Ass Off, the first page of the 3rd chapter, is what is credited on the back there. And I'm going to read to you from the back here. If there is one unavoidable truth in this world, it is that there is no substitute for putting in the work. There is no shortcut or growth hack or magic pill that can get you around the hard work of doing your job well, of winning something you care about, or of making your dreams come true. People have tried to cut corners and skip steps in this process for as long as hard work has been hard. Eventually, those people either fall behind or get left in our dust, because working your ass off is the only thing that works 100% of the time for 100% of the things worth achieving. This then takes us into Chapter 4, Sell, 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 where Arnold talks about the importance of being able to present your vision in a way that is going to sell it to others and to get them on board. He talks about how there are likely to be many, many naysayers, and you don't need to be a naysayer to yourself, which gets into Chapter 5, Shift Gears, where, if need be, you will have to flip the perspective that you have about the goals you're approaching. Things that seem like a setback or a failure or a difficulty may be things that you need to continue approaching from a different angle to reframe the narrative. Chapter 6 is titled Shut Your Mouth and Open Your Mind, where he talks about the influence of a man, a father of a friend of his from back in Austria, and how that fella had instilled in him the value of being a lifelong learner, being willing to shut his mouth and open his mind and listen to the answers people are giving him in regards to the good, high-quality questions he's asking. That as a governor, as an example, he was almost highly motivated to use this particular tool frequently, because failing to listen to the needs of his constituents or the concerns of other California area politicians may have made some of his agendas as governor more difficult to achieve. And the 7th chapter is titled Break Your Mirrors, where he stresses the importance of a we-focused instead of me-focused approach to life, why some of the most memorable achievements he's had as a bodybuilder, an actor, or a governor have not been about his own personal achievements, but, as cliche as it may sound, the friends he's made along the way, which leads into perfectly the final thank you and the acknowledgement section, where Arnold lists several people throughout his life that have had a very big impact on it by name and with some specificity about what that impact was. He talks a little bit about his interactions with anyone from boxer Muhammad Ali to Russian politician Mikhail Gorbachev. In this book, Arnold has set up all 7 of these chapters with a lens on how they have applied to the various different seasons of his career, be that as a bodybuilder and Mr. Olympian, as a actor in both action and comedy films. In fact, he even talks about how one of the highest grossing films for him financially was Twins with Danny DeVito, and that it was not necessarily one of the action flicks you would think it would have been. He also talks about how these lessons applied to his experience as the governor of California. So all 7 of these have various examples from his own life of how they could be applied to different circumstances. One would imagine the tool set required for bodybuilding may not be the same as for acting professionally or legislating, but yet all of these 7 tools are able to be broken down through those 3 lenses as an example of their applicability to multiple circumstances. This book is, I believe, now a New York Times bestseller and is definitely worth checking out. He's got a lot of stories in here about his work on various films with actors such as Danny DeVito, with directors such as James Cameron. So there was a lot of backstory that you would expect to find relevant to his career. A lot of his experience with professional bodybuilder Joe Weider and other people when he first came to the United States in pursuit of a competitive bodybuilding lifestyle and career before the pivot into acting. And Arnold has a way of delivering it all that is really straightforward. In a lot of cases, it's almost what you'd expect. If you were not expecting Arnold to tell you F plan B, you were wrong. He definitively tells you F plan B in this book, and other things that you could almost just hear him saying as you read it. So for anybody who is a fan of motivational books and self-development work, Arnold definitely has the experience needed to present his life as an example of what can be done if you apply these 7 simple tools to whatever it is you're doing. He makes it really easily actionable, that a lot of it isn't things that are going to require you to change your whole life or jump through your butt. In most cases, every lesson in this book is possibly, if you are a longtime fan of self-development work, something you have heard in the past. I'm going to admit there is really nothing particularly groundbreaking or mind-blowing out of the ordinary in this book. If you've picked up anything from, say, Tony Robbins, Mel Robbins, other accomplished authors of the style, you may have heard very similar messages about knowing what it is you want and why it is you want it. And Arnold is, yet again, just adding another wonderful example of how actionable these lessons really are. This book is worth reading. It is only 7 chapters. At a chapter a day, you could probably enjoy it and contemplate it in the course of just 1 week. And that could be the start of 1 week that changes your life. And if you are looking for any additional assistance in making changes in your life, you can always reach out to me at joyandsuccesscoaching@gmail.com, and we could talk more about setting up a coaching session 1-to-1 and what I could do to serve you in this growth and transformation process. I'm hoping to come back next week with another video for you with some more important tips, and I'm hoping that you'll like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below. And if you have checked out any of Arnold's other books that he has released, such as The Education of a Bodybuilder or Bodybuilding for Men, I would love to hear your thoughts on those books as well down in the comments. Until then, I am Coach Steve of Joy and Success Coaching of Philadelphia, and I am wishing you the best of joy and success. Until next time.